here's everything you need to know about James Charles. James Charles, who's currently getting canceled right now for having relations with Kayla Malik's ex, Evan Johnson. Evan Johnson, who's going to be going to court this week for beating Kayla up while they were dating. James Charles Dickinson. He was born May 23rd of 1999, making him 25 years old. He's a makeup artist and a beauty influencer with over 40 million followers on TikTok. He started his YouTube channel when he was just 16 years old. In 2016, he became the first male brand ambassador for CoverGirl after a tweet that he did of his makeup went viral. He created a clothing line called Sisters Apparel because he calls all of his fans and followers sisters. And he created a makeup line called the Sister Collection, which he collaborated with Morphe Cosmetics for in 2018. In 2019, he had 10 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. He was starting to become huge. When he would go to places to promote his makeup, it would be gridlock and traffic with all the people trying to get there. He then announced that he was going to be going on tour all over the United States, and he was going to call it the Sisters Tour. But a month later, it was canceled because of a highly publicized feud he got into. This is Tati Westbrook, another beauty influencer who's actually been labeled the mother of the YouTube beauty community. So she and James Charles were friends and had done collaborations and things together. And this was the cause of the first time James Charles was canceled. In February 2018, Tati had started and founded her own company. It sold vitamin supplements and she called it Halo Beauty Inc. On April 22nd of 2019, James Charles shared a video that was a competition to Halo Beauty's products, which was Tati's company. A few hours later, she uploaded a post to Instagram talking about how she felt betrayed by the beauty community, and people soon realized that they thought she was talking about James Charles. On May 10th, everything went down. So she uploaded a 43-minute video to her YouTube channel titled Bye Sister, where she talked all about her history with James Charles. She said the feud between the two of them wasn't just over the advertising, but it was also the fact that he preyed on straight men. After this happened, she gained more than 4 million subscribers, and he actually dropped 3 million subscribers. On May 18th, Charles responded with his own video titled No More Lies, where he told his side of the story, and she ended up losing 1 million followers. A year later, on June 30th of 2020, she uploads another video, and this video talks about the fact that she was manipulated to share the Bye Sister video by Shane Dawson and none other than Jeffree Star. She claims the two of them manipulated her into uploading the video about James Charles. Jeffree Star had backed up Tati's claims when she originally uploaded her video, which caused, like I said, James Charles to lose 3 million followers. He was also the first person to lose 1 million followers on YouTube in just 24 hours. So this was the first time that James Charles was canceled. The second time things went bad for this guy was in 2021 when a 16-year-old boy uploaded a video to TikTok accusing James Charles of grooming him. The boy claims that James Charles was sending him nude photos and pressuring him to sext, even though he knew he was only 16 years old. Now, he actually didn't deny this. He allegedly uploaded a tweet denying the grooming allegations, but said that the boy told him originally that he was 18 years old. Soon, other underage boys started to come forward as well, saying the same thing, that he was sending them nude photos and pressuring them to sext with him. And he would have been, what, 22 at this time? The next month, in April of 2021, he uploads a 14-minute video to his YouTube titled Holding Myself Accountable, in which he stated that he did send sexually explicit messages, and he says he sent them to 2 different people, both under the age of 18, denying knowing that they were underage, and he says that his past behavior was reckless and desperate, stating, "To the guys involved in the situation, I want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I flirted with you, and I'm really sorry if I ever made you uncomfortable. It is completely unacceptable." Soon after, Morphe Cosmetics issued a statement that they were cutting all ties with James Charles, and YouTube actually demonetized him, meaning he was making no more money off of his videos, but that was just temporary. He took a bit of a break for a couple months, and then in July, he uploaded another video to YouTube titled An Open Conversation, and it looks like the monetization kicked back in. In July of 2023, he did an interview with Cosmo magazine where he again denied the grooming allegations and said that he thought the boys were 18. He also talked about the impact it had on his life. He said he hadn't spoken to his brother since the allegations dropped, and that some of the screenshots that were going around that allegedly were from the boys were all fake. He also said that he did consider taking his own life at this time. And one of the boys was also interviewed for this article, admitting apparently that he told James Charles that he was 18. Now we're up to the third time that James Charles has been talked about being canceled. So enter Kayla Malik. So Kayla and James became friends long ago, and they have done a lot of collabs together where James has done her makeup. They've done lots together, but it's also been very evident that they're great friends. In fact, even calling each other besties. This was a video James Charles uploaded in 2023 saying, "Kayla, bestie, let me come to the rescue." It was a video about her eyebrows. He captioned it saying, "I got you, girl." Unfortunately, this is who Kayla has been dating for the past 9 months. This is Evan Johnson. Now, Evan has been arrested for accusations of beating Kayla. She has uploaded pictures, receipts, videos, you name it, to her TikTok channel explaining what the last 9 months of her life have been like. Kayla broke up with Evan in February, and allegedly James Charles wanted these two to do some sort of photo shoot for him for Valentine's Day. Now, he reached out to Kayla asking if they were still up to do this, and Kayla informed him that they had broken up and went into detail on exactly what Evan had been doing to her for the last 9 months. Now, according to Kayla, James Charles' reaction was, "Can I have Evan now?" Things are starting to come out now for Kayla, and she's starting to put pieces together. Now, one of those things is this. Allegedly, Evan has now been hooking up with James Charles behind Kayla's back. So Evan had a friend named Zach. Zach has come out now after realizing what Evan did to Kayla and is exposing all of Evan's truths, lies, whatever you want to call them. One of those things is this. This is a snap that Evan uploaded when allegedly he was at James Charles's house visiting with him. He writes, "Hey, what's up, Snap?" And then uploaded this one saying, "Gonna do a little photo dump, working on something exciting," and he actually tags Encino, which is where James Charles lives. According to Evan's friend Zach, at this point in time, Kayla sees the snap somehow, reaches out to James Charles, and she says, "Is Evan at your house?" And James Charles replies back saying, "Evan who?" And she says, "My ex," and he responds saying, "Why would your ex be at my house?" Apparently, yes, he was there, and a lot went down that weekend. Zach has been posting a ton of receipts to his TikTok channel, including this video where Evan is trying to downplay Kayla's accusations.
She is over-exaggerating a lot of things, and she's acting, well, she is hurt because, we didn't work out and I thought we'd work out. I'm hurt too. But for her saying she has PTSD now and all this trauma and everything, I just don't know. It don't sit right with me. It's just, it's brain screwing me. And I know I was not the best man. I was stand on that. I was definitely not the best man at all. But I don't want to put everything on myself. I do think she had her fair share in doings and knowing my situation and putting herself in these high-risk situations.
Kayla also just discovered while filming a podcast that Evan has an OF account, and he shared it to his Instagram account. Here's her reaction.
I'm actually so pissed off. What the do you mean you're making an when we have court in 2 weeks? We are in court as this shit comes out and you make a I'm actually about to cry. I'm so pissed. That's insane. I'm sitting here having to deal with PTSD and shit, and you're trying to think of the next way to make a quick bag, make some money off of your name trending because you beat the fuck out of me. That's so insane. That with the 10 minutes of fame, your life is ruined. You got exposed for beating the fuck out of me for 9 months, and you think that it's okay to just sit here and try to cash in on this shit? I have never met somebody that is so psychotic.
Evan's friend Zach also has an inside scoop apparently on this OF account, and this is what he has to say.
Evans made a of account and put it in his Instagram. That account was made whenever Evan went to LA, and James is the one that brought that up to Evan and actually helped Evan make that account. James had this fake account of Evan would make thirst traps and videos and then private message them into James's like chat, and James like would click on it and pay for it because obviously there would be a charge, and it would be a crazy charge just because that was the way that James was telling Evan, like, I can support you if you do this.
Zach also decided to out all of Evan and James Charles' shenanigans with Be Better. So if you have not watched the video with Be Better, I highly recommend you go check it out. So while James Charles was partying it up in Coachella, Zach was releasing all the receipts and things on his channel. And when James got home and saw everything, he allegedly sent this message to Zach. Hello, I'm just now seeing these. I'm absolutely not on his side and would really, really appreciate it if you would leave me out of this. I only ever spoke to him because he manipulated me into thinking that his situation was similar to what I went through. So it was a really personal and sensitive topic that I had empathy for. As soon as I saw Kayla's video, I felt disgusting and awful, and I've stopped responding to him altogether. Just a reminder, Kayla alleges that she told James Charles exactly what happened before she even posted those videos. So James Charles then goes on to say, he's obviously manipulating and lying to everyone. I should have never spoken to him, but you were in the car with him, so I don't think it's fair you're making a video accusing me of being some monster when he had you convinced too. So Zach responds to him saying that he had talked to Evan again, who says they're still in contact. And then James Charles writes and says, we are not in contact. I stopped responding right after her video. When he asked for advice, I originally did tell him he shouldn't respond because he's an effing dumbass and would never be able to defend himself. Clearly, no, we know why. The big question everyone has right now is if he was such good friends with Kayla and didn't have something going on with Evan, then why isn't he coming out denying that? Another person who doesn't think much of James Charles and has had a run-in with him in the past is also asking that same question. Here's Trisha's opinion.
It's so simple. It's like your friend, it's DV, it's like standing up for everything that's right and just being like, I did not know about this, it's disgusting, I don't stand by it, period.
Yes.
So simple. And it's like, if you can't even do something simple like that, then like, what is happening? That seems odd. It's easy to denounce someone who's like an actual like awful person. If they're like a monster, you can denounce them, whether you're best friends or not. James's involvement wouldn't be, I wouldn't think legally buy him down. Like he could just say, I don't stand by this, done. Yeah, it doesn't look good. It looks like you're still trying to save a friendship.
And
when people don't speak out against someone that does something awful, it's like, I feel like you're trying to save something behind the scenes.
If you'd like to show your support for my content, please hit that follow button. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments.